Hi everyone, it's me, Kimone. I am back. I know that I took a very long hiatus from my channel, but it was for very good reasons. I wrote a book. My book is called The Scapegoat Child. It is a memoir and a step-by-step guide for those who grew up in narcissistic family dynamics and other related trauma. This was a very important step and part of my journey, and I'm just so happy that I completed it. The main goal is that this book reaches every single person that it needs to. There are a lot of people that need my story, that need my guidance, that need a way out of a narcissistic family dynamic, or maybe you have a narcissistic partner. Maybe you have a narcissistic friend. Whatever trauma bond that is trapping you to a person, this book is a very great resource. I also have the companion workbook that will be out very soon. That is also the roadmap to labeling and calling things what it is. I will be pushing out a series of videos that will be rooted in telling the imperfect story of surviving something like this, right? Telling the story of truth, no matter how ugly it is. A lot of people I've seen in society have been throwing around the word narcissist, right? A lot of people talk about how they have a narcissistic partner, etc., a narcissistic friend, whatever it may be, but not a lot of people talk about growing up in a narcissistic family, right? That's the truth that is not pushed out into the world. We're told we shouldn't talk about it. That's your mother, that's your father, that's your this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Not in this space. So I'm creating a space where we tell that imperfect story. I'm creating a space where we tell the truth, where we talk about what has been hidden in the dark and we bring it in the light. So if you resonate with any of the videos that I start pushing out, please comment, tell me your story. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what hidden truth, what was happening behind your closed door that you want to bring to the light and break that generational curse and break that generational trauma. I want to now read and open an excerpt from my book for you guys that lays the foundation for that thought of, hey, the family should be the first thing that you're looking into when you feel that something is wrong within you. You know, when you have that gut feeling that something is off. So I'm gonna get into it now. First, I'm going to read my author's note, and then I'm going to read an excerpt from my first chapter. The moment you stop normalizing harm and start naming it is where healing can begin. This book itself is an act of naming for me. If you carried the weight of your bloodline long enough, you're not failing by wanting to redraw the map. You are choosing safety over loyalty when loyalty no longer serves your well-being. The chapters ahead will blend memory with practical healing, a map of family dynamics, tools for boundary setting, and pathways to a life that honors truth while protecting the vulnerable parts of you that survived. You will meet archetypes, learn to observe patterns without judgment, and practice the small, stubborn belief that a life beyond the only way love is shown here is possible. I also invite you to use the workbook I created to start your own act of naming. So that was my author's note from the book. I'm now going to go into read a couple a couple paragraphs from my first chapter. My very first chapter is called Blood is Thicker Than Water. Blood is thicker than water. We've all heard that. I grew up hearing it, and for most of my life, I just accepted it. It's meant to be about loyalty, isn't it? A promise that family will always be there, that they have your back no matter what. It took me a long time to understand that this saying has a darker side. Blood is thicker, yes, but I've learned that it's thicker because it's closer. Family members are the ones who have the most access to you. They've been there since you were a child. They know your secrets. They know your fears. They know exactly what to say to make you light up and what to say to make you break. They were there for your traumas. Sometimes they were the ones who caused them. When people have that kind of access, that deep shared history, it's a powerful thing. It can be the foundation for a lifetime of trust and safety, or it can be the perfect tool for control.